What it do, people? I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Know That Sports Thursday Night Football Edition, man. Y'all know what the P doing. It's your boy Moore Drive. Got my guy Walter Screamer back with me, man. What it do, Pimp Ju?
Man, another saga. Another saga, man. Another week. We got some completely different different looking power rankings, man.
Yeah, you can believe that. You damn sure right about that. We got some team that's in the same mix, but they just said different numbers.
Yeah, I ain't even mad at it, man. I looked at some random power rankings throughout the league for some different analysts and everything. It's a lot of 6-3 going on. There's a lot of crowded at that 6-3, and you can pretty much throw a lot of them teams up in the air and place them. It all comes down to your preference, man. Because I think specifically with mine, that's what I looked at. I looked at a lot of those teams that were 6, 7 win teams. Um, I still don't think Tampa's good. I couldn't really bring Tampa into the mix. I don't think Tampa's really good at all.
Yeah.
Teams like Washington, the Rams, Arizona, teams that we figure, not necessarily Arizona, but teams that we figure are we giving the benefit of the doubt to. We figure that by the time all the smoke clears in another 5 or 6 weeks, them teams may be involved. But then again, they may not be. The Rams may be cooked.
They did. You know
You
the
know,
round did. That boy Cooper Cup on got
Cooper.
I,
Yep. They done
that
shut
movie
Cooper
over.
down.
That movie over with.
If you're gonna shut Cooper down, you might as well shut Stafford down because Stafford can't find nobody else.
They probably use this time for him to try to get hooked up with some more folks. So when he come back next year, they'll be on the same page. When I don't see him send Matthew Stafford down, unless he can't play. If he can't play, then they'll sit him down for the rest of the season. But if he can play, they'll shoot his ass out there. They ain't gave up yet. I don't think they gave up yet.
Well, Cup gone. They they still got the issues they got on that line. They
So
still
the
got the
Cup
same
there or not, it
issues.
still got the same problem.
Yeah. It's worse now because you lost the Triple Crown winner from a year ago. So you really sick now. You ain't got no OBJ there.
He definitely ain't finna come now.
Yeah.
We
Stafford
got
out there with a hurt head. Like man, it'd be funny if the Rams ended up like really bottoming and out. And ended up with the number one overall pick and then went to Detroit. Like
y'all get the pick on.
yep. Wherever the hell they pick at, wherever they end up picking comes to us.
So in other words, if we can jump to another sport real quick, then come back to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You really trying to compare it to the Lakers and the New Orleans Pelicans. That's what you trying to compare it to.
I wasn't trying, but you want to make that comparison there.
So they're the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
And
yeah,
the reason why I say that because the Pelicans get the Lakers draft pick.
yep.
So let's just say the Lakers. Now I tell you, I believe the Lakers gonna be in the lottery pick this year. You can mark that down. I believe they're gonna be in. Their name gonna be in that little ball they go around, and you
Yep.
see them get the number one pick. And they just assume that they just say they get the number one pick. The Pelican get that pick, and you know who the Pelican gonna go get. So that's not about the same comparison to the Detroit Lions getting the first pick because the St. Louis Rams. I mean the LA Rams traded off. And y'all fuck around and get not Tua, but what that boy Bryce Young or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Lakers or you're the Rams, do you really care? Well, I think you care now because at that point in time, you got your title, and they always say whoever end up winning, ultimately won the trade, even though it was a bubble title.
I ain't gonna tell you that, right?
But I ain't gonna get that.
No, I was just finna break that all the way down. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not.
I ain't.
When it boiled down to it, really different. When it boiled down to it, really different when it comes to both teams. And the reason why I say that because when it comes to the Rams, it hurt the Rams for 1 year, just this year.
Yeah.
Next year the Rams get a pick. The Lakers don't get a first round draft pick to 2026. You see what I'm saying? And that's because of your bubble championship. So when it boiled down to it, you gave up you won a bubble championship to be hot garbage for the next 10 years. When it boiled down to it. And I don't think no sports owner, none of that, they'll trade it off like that. They will not they won't want to win a championship, then after one championship, we're gonna be garbage for 10 years. No.
They think so. I think when you hungry, not hungry, but you thirsty for a title,
That's desperate. They call it desperate.
yeah, you all good with it until But I said when Stafford got there, their best shot was to win it their first year because that next year was gonna be chaos.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. You hit the nail on the
And
head.
it happened. It
You hit the
happened.
nail on the head with that. But really, last year they got their stack the deck to win. Even though they got Stafford, the main move to me why they won, they probably like it with OBJ. I ain't gonna say OBJ. Von Miller made a difference on their defense.
Yeah, he did.
So because one thing about it, you got the double team Arizona. So when you double team Arizona, you got Von Miller hit up. You can't do certain stars. You can't let them go hit up the whole game. They gonna make a play. That's when and you for example with the JJ Watt. When JJ Watt got that, when they got to let JJ Watt go hit up on niggas' ass, that when he was killing, he done got a little older now, but when he was younger and before the injury started hitting his ass, you couldn't get him one-on-one coverage. He gonna kill you. You gonna block him one-on-one, that's a lie. You couldn't do that. And when the Rams got Von Miller, they opened it up. They opened it up. And then when Von Miller left, with the offense, I think, I forgot the offensive lineman name, I don't want to say his name. When he left, when him and Von Miller left, reality set back to the Rams. The Rams turned back to the Rams we knew year 4 last when they had the quarterback Al guy.
Go. That's a
they
bad
turned back into them.
Yeah.
But this Thursday though,
yeah,
we ain't got the Rams, we ain't got Detroit, we ain't got the Dallas Cowboys, we ain't got none of them folks. We got the Green Bay Packers hosting the Tennessee Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into any kind of numbers in the game, who you like on the game straight up? Green Bay just came off a big win.
Green Bay.
My Cowboys, that shit pissed me off. I don't say they came off a big win, but I believe we gave that shit away. That's another topic on another day. But Green Bay just got a big win coming back from 14, and Tennessee just beat Denver Broncos by 7 points. Short week, who you like straight up?
Oh man. Short week. Considering the fact Green Bay was just chilling at the crib.
Yeah, they just won a game at home. I don't know what the weather is either though. I should check on it. I don't know what the weather is.
Yep, they just won one at the crib over Dallas, a huge game, huge for them to get back in the playoff push for damn sure.
They need
like I said, it's a short week, but they didn't have to travel no damn where. They still at the crib. Is this Malik Willis' first start on the road or
Malik Willis ain't finna start the game?
Okay. That's right. Tannehill is back.
He just played the last game against Denver.
Yep. Tannehill is back. I'm going with Green Bay, man. And I'm going with Green Bay for the simple fact I think Tennessee, they one of them teams, man. If you look at Vrabel, if Vrabel could just ever get a quarterback, he'll be set.
They'll be right.
This is like one of the ugliest, most disregarded 6-3 teams. Remember last year? They got to 7-1?
They're number 1 seed.
Yeah. And it's like I don't know if too many people really watch Tennessee Titan games, man. But if you like Aaron Donald, then you'll love Jeffrey Simmons too. Like that's a defense right now that's completely carrying that team, aside from the running game. Now they can't throw the ball worth a damn. They don't have any weapons on the outside. I think they just got Treylon Burks back. He's a rookie.
They got
Yep. So it's a Thursday night game, short week, Tennessee, Green Bay.
Find Green Bay.
Yep. I'm taking the Pack.
When it boiled down to it, everything you said sound about right. And with the Eagles of Tennessee flying to Green Bay, short week. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna take the Tennessee Titans. The reason why I'm gonna take the Tennessee Titans because one reason why you said about Simmons, the defensive tackle they got, home is a problem.
Problem, man. Ask Cincinnati about him in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, he's a real problem. The offensive line for the Green Bay Packers, suspect. The Green Bay Packers beat the Dallas Cowboys. To me, not because they were better than the Dallas Cowboys. I believe Kelly Moore gave that game away for the Cowboys. And why I say that because I don't think Green Bay can start the run too good.
No, they can't.
Tennessee run the ball damn good. And if you can't start the run that good and the team run the ball pretty good, I like them to be favored. Green Bay gonna try to come out there and run the ball the same way they did against the Cowboys. Only thing different is the Cowboys ain't got a nigga like Simmons. Tennessee do. So you're not gonna keep running the ball. And Rodgers gonna have to put his faith into them wide receivers out there. Tennessee play a lot of zone defense. So that means they keep their eye on the quarterback at all time, majority of the time. And I believe the defense gonna just out physical Green Bay offense. And I think when it boils down to a Tennessee offense, gonna do just enough to out physical Green Bay defense. So like I said, they can't start the run. So if you can't start the run, you know who's gonna get the ball. Derrick Henry. So I take on a short week. I see it coming like they just played Denver last week. I believe Denver defense better than Tennessee. I mean better than Green Bay defense. But they pulled out, beat them 17-10. I believe they can goddamn pull out the same thing against Green Bay.
You know what? The one thing about that though,
and
I think Denver done.
Russell Wilson didn't cost them the game.
No, he didn't. He didn't. But the one thing though, I think that the Denver Broncos as the measuring stick is kind of done. Like after that Seattle game in Week 1, it's like okay, we all looking at Denver sideways. Denver struggled to crack 10 points against everybody.
But what you talking about is the offense. I ain't speaking on the offense. I'm talking about that defense still stout.
You're right.
That defense play ball.
But
and
them
Tennessee,
17 points though, that's not gonna cut it against everybody. Now, especially if Green Bay's good enough defensively though. Like this is the thing with Tennessee. If you can't throw the ball at all, that's the first round exit quick. I don't care if they get the number 1 seed in their division or whatever, they win their division or not. They can't throw the football. So if I'm Green Bay, I got fast corners out there. I got athletic corners. I got safeties. I got a decent front seven that struggles against the run. So I'm going to give them extra help. We're going to put 8 in the box. We're going to force y'all to eventually y'all going to have to throw the ball at some point in time. And I think teams don't try to force Tennessee to throw the ball enough. Like, I see teams try to play Tennessee straight up sometimes. Like, why would you do that when they really don't have any threat in the passing game? But most coaches they scared to death to get beat. So you're going to respect anybody, damn near anybody's passing game in today's NFL to a certain extent. Even Detroit's for that matter. But Detroit will just paper cut you to death. But Tennessee, man, like, them couple games I saw from Malik Willis, man, that shit set quarterbacking back 10 years, man. That boy was nowhere near ready to play. And then you look at Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill passed it. Do we really expect Ryan Tannehill really to take them anywhere?
No.
He a caretaker right now.
We know who the man is on the team. It's Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
So if Derrick Henry the man is on the team.
And defense.
Yeah. That they backbone. Them two things they backbone.
Yeah.
If Green Bay gonna come up there and put with 8-9 folks in the box, shit, you playing in the Tennessee hands. Even though they ain't got wide receivers out there like you say, shit, them niggas good enough, they can beat one-on-one coverage eventually if you keep putting it out there. That's how Tennessee just beat Denver. They put that 8-9 niggas in the box and made Tannehill make a play. And I think he did some kind of flea flicker shit. They did a flea flicker. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always something like that, dude. That team been all about defense and Derrick Henry for the last 4 years, man.
Yeah, you're right. And the last 4 years, they looked good in the regular season.
Yeah.
And what you speaking on, go for the playoff. We ain't made it there yet.
Oh no, they gonna win that division. They can win that division. But once they get to the playoffs,
they win the division by default. They win the division by default. They talk about the division. It just like this game, like the Green Bay game. I think they're just a more physical team than Green Bay. They more physical, and I think Mike Vrabel, and Mike Vrabel.
Yeah,
Mike Vrabel is a better coach. The only thing The only thing that Green Bay really got over Tennessee when it boiled down to at the quarterback position, like you were saying about Ryan Tannehill, Aaron Rodgers really better than Ryan Tannehill. But who the hell Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to?
Christian Watson. At least for one game, bro. At least for one game, it was Christian Watson.
You right.
I hate to see it happen against y'all, though.
I hate to say that back to saying that what you bringing up on the Cowboy. Green Bay didn't beat us. We had them folk down by 14.
You know, thank you.
You know how we were just talking about Minnesota and Detroit.
Yep.
How many points y'all had Minnesota by?
14.
Them folk would have been dead. Y'all gave that game away. We about I don't know what quarter y'all was up by 14 on them folk. If it wasn't the first quarter or the second quarter, if you was up in the second half by 14 on them folk, y'all gave the game away.
We was up 24 to I think it was 24-10 with a little over 10 minutes to go.
In the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You gave that game away.
No, you know what? I'm gonna say this, man, and I feel the same way with us. Well, yeah, because we both was on the road. Y'all was on the road at Green Bay. We was on the road at Minnesota. You can't afford to take your foot off the pedal, man. You can't. Not on the road. When you get up on the road, you got to keep going.
In certain situations, you right about that. But compared to 2 games we talking about, if you talking about the Detroit,
just blew it. We just started doing a bunch of dumb shit, and we blew the game like interceptions, fumbles, four down, turnover on downs. Like we was just doing all types of stupid shit. Y'all situation was more like y'all couldn't convert
football. Run the football and control the clock. You up by 14. Run the football and get up out there, motherfuckers. That's all you got to do. You up by 14.
Like Green Bay, Green Bay was like, well, we at home. When you start unraveling on the road, especially against a team like that, it can happen. They scored. They finished the game with what 17 unanswered points.
Yes, that mean we went 3-9 3 times.
Went for the throw.
That mean probably 9 out of 10 out of 3-9 you throw the football instead of running the ball. Mike Vrabel ain't gonna do that. They know their identity. Tennessee know their identity. Green Bay really don't know their identity. They had identity. They showed a little bit of their identity to get the Cowboy.
No, Green Bay, man. Tennessee very well could beat Green Bay. Very well could beat Green Bay. I just think that offensively, it's just certain teams that Tennessee gonna catch hell with. Not to say that they're gonna necessarily catch hell with Green Bay, but you know, matchup wise, I think we had a point in time in the season where we can look at all these teams and say, you know what, y'all do X, Y, and Z good, but y'all don't do A, B, and C good. It's certain teams that's gonna kick y'all ass, and there's certain teams that ass y'all gonna kick.
Because the certain team they'll kick your ass, they're gonna jump up on you early and get you out your game plan. That's how you beat Tennessee. You get up on Tennessee big and make Ryan Tannehill beat you. Simple math.
Yeah, if you allow Tennessee and Vrabel to turn the game into a knuckle fight, it's gonna be a knuckle fight.
And then and you know they're gonna come to do that. That's what they come to do.
17-15.
Can Green Bay match that? Green Bay got to match that.
Yeah,
they got to match that. If they can't match that, they ain't gonna be able to do it.
Tennessee, with the quickness, Tennessee, they'll lock you into a 17-15 type of game.
Yeah, let's do it. They game plan. They game. They know just like me and you know. We hurt on the outside. We ain't really got no outside help really on the wide receiver. But Robert Wood can block real good. He's a good running. Mm-hmm. He's a good blocking wide receiver. We got one of the best running backs in the league. We're gonna stick out there and keep doing what we do. But the next question is, since you like the Packers, can you give up 3 points? You good enough to give up 3 points on the short week to Tennessee? They come to hit you in your mouth?
I got them to win. I don't think they'll cover. I think it'll be less than 3. I think it's gonna be a tight ass game.
I feel the game will be tight too. But I believe, since I like Tennessee, and the Packers give them 3 points, I call that appreciate you. So I appreciate them 3. I take everything I can get. So I think them 3 points. I don't think Green Bay good enough or physical enough. Offense ain't on point good enough to give Tennessee 3 points. So I take the 3 points that Green Bay give Tennessee with no questions asked. But then they come with the over and under 41. You say they're gonna be a big old shootout over, or it's gonna be under
Under.
41?
Under. I can see it like a 20-17 type game. Definitely.
I say under 2, but I say if the Tennessee do win the game, it got to be an under. It got to be under. If the Packers win the game like you believe, well, I think it'll be a big old shootout. And not a big old shootout up the scope, not a big shootout. So that means Tennessee can't keep up. I say under 2 at 41. But if Green Bay win like you say straight up, I believe it'll be they'll up the scope. Because I think Green Bay will pull off on them. You know what I'm saying? And Tennessee probably put up about a hot 17. Green Bay get hot, put up goddamn about 28. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. But if it's under like I believe it'll be because I got Tennessee, now one of these teams will bust a dub. If anything, it'll be 20-10 to the most.
Yeah.
Shit like that. But I say under 41. We both on the same thing. We both say under. Next up the bat, man, y'all know what's going on. It's week 10, it's week 11 in the NFL. But we got to break down our top 10 teams in the NFL through week 10. We're going to jump out with Walt's top 10, man. In other words, Ghost and Ring top 10 in the NFL through week 10. While you jump out with Kansas City, Philadelphia, Minnesota, Buffalo, Miami, Baltimore, Seattle, New York, Dallas, and the Jets. What Buffalo? You still got Buffalo at 4? I'm saying, and they done lost 2 straight.
Yeah. Yep. I understand we got the issue going with Josh Allen and the elbow concerns. He had a couple issues Sunday, but overall, I thought he still played well enough for them to win. I thought Buffalo still played well enough to win. Shit, they lost to an 8-1 team, the second best team in the NFC. Actually, you can argue whether they because they 8-1 right along with Philly, but Philly beat them, so technically they are number 2. But yeah, I think as long as Josh Allen is still under center, Buffalo is still one of the best 3 or 4 teams in football. They just caught a couple bad weeks. That's it. It's gonna happen throughout the season. So the defense is still strong. They still got Stephon Diggs out there. They still got Josh Allen out there. I think they still the same team. They caught one Sunday, and it took overtime for them to catch it.
That's true. It's one like I first top 3 decided. Kansas City, Philadelphia, Kansas City Chiefs number 1, Philadelphia Eagles number 2, Minnesota Vikings number 3. That's how mine is too. But I can't see myself putting Buffalo in front of Miami and the Jets and both of them beat them.
You know why? Because I got it right up there. I believe it says my gut feelings.
I see your guts. I understand your guts.
I'm gonna ask you this.
But your guts saw Miami play Buffalo, didn't it?
Yeah, and I saw
Buffalo play the Jets, didn't it? Okay. I didn't want to know that your guts. I didn't want to make sure your guts got some eyes. That's all I want to make sure.
I know. I could have swore Buffalo lost one to the Jets last year too. I mean,
don't compare the Jet team last year right now. This ain't the same Jet team.
I'm just saying, when it comes to the divisional games, how do we really look at it? Like this ain't
the same Jet team though.
I understand,
you right about the division game. I can't.
That's a Jets team. I got 10th right now too.
I know that. I understand that part, but when you seen the Jets play Buffalo this time, Buffalo was up. The Jets caught them. The Jets came off a big loss against the Patriots. Nobody expected the Jets to win that game.
I mean, like I said, when it comes to those divisional games, I didn't expect them to do it. I wasn't shocked that it happened. It seemed like every season Buffalo had one of them. I mean, it seemed like every season Buffalo had one of them duds against the Jets. To me, it just seems like they
I
do,
see.
man.
I be thinking that too, but this was in Buffalo, wasn't it?
I thought it was in New York.
I
Well,
don't
I got to
know.
go back and
I
take a
might be
look.
wrong. I may be. I know. I think New England had just went to New York. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
But like, even this is how I look at Buffalo, man. You compare the coaching staff, you compare the quarterback situation, you compare the circumstances. Miami won. Miami pulled it out in the last, the last few seconds or whatnot. It was also at home. It was also they type of weather. Like it was all the conditions was completely conducive for Miami to do that. Also, I'm not shocked that Miami beat them. I'm not shocked the Jets beat them. New England ain't beating them. It seemed like New England just can't catch a break against Buffalo. Not too much.
They beat them
But
last year. They beat them last year.
yeah, but when it
They beat
when
them.
it
They beat,
when
hold
it
on,
counted,
they beat them. They beat them. They beat them last year with
but
running the
when
ball the whole game.
but when it counted, they
Beat
dropped the anvil
Buffalo.
on them boys' heads.
Yeah, they beat that. They beat that. You right about that. You right.
Yeah, but it's
I
like
just said that because you said the
yeah,
Jets beat Buffalo. That's all I said.
yeah.
That's
But
not good.
let me ask you this, man. Cause hold up. Well, first of all, this may be an off broad question because we talking about now circumstances. Do you think Miami is like really better than Buffalo? Because with every division, we see different division opponents beat each other.
To be truthful about that game, I mean about that, to me, it's where they play it, bro. It's gonna be to me that game that tell me where they play it. And the reason why I say that, because in Miami, hell yeah, they better than Buffalo in Miami. Hell yeah.
Miami better than all of them in Miami though.
But two ain't cold.
New England and everybody.
Yeah, they ain't cold, and they got it. They speed. They come on with it. In Buffalo, where the wind and shit going, I don't know what two will do out there. I don't know. I know Josh Allen you to it. But at the same time, right now, with Josh Allen doing messing with that what a UCL in the elbow, Tommy John surgery type shit, baseball every time out. Long as you got that going on, shit, boy, I think Miami better than them right now with him being nicked up like that. Shit, Miami better than them right now. Okay, now that shit that get well, I don't see it getting well no time soon unless they gonna sit his ass down. Shit, boy.
Well, I mean, if you look at it for this, I mean, if we just so if we take the quarterbacks out of the equation and we just focus on the rest of the teams, Miami can't run the football, Miami can't stop the run, and Miami can't stop the pass.
Hold on, you say they can't run the football?
Well, they did them last couple games. They had some decent runs, but
I think they coach something like Buffalo coach. They don't really like running that motherfucker. They want to see the quarterback throw it. They got goddamn some species out there. They want to show how fast that car they got.
Well, I mean, prior to the Lion game though, they was averaging like 3 point something yards a carry on the season.
Who,
so
man?
they wasn't even successful in the runs that they were getting. And then that secondary too. That secondary give up a lot of yards. Like Miami, I think what's saving Miami in a lot of cases right now is the fact that they do score a lot of points.
Gotta keep up.
They do.
You gotta keep up. They're gonna be Miami thing. When they can't when somebody slow them down, can they got their bucket back?
Yeah, I mean, like what are y'all gonna do?
Even though they get Baltimore, will they be able to do something like that again?
Well, see, that's the thing. I think Miami's races, they got a race against time to actually win that division. They need to win that division more than I think anybody else because they looking at going to maybe cold ass Kansas City, cold ass Buffalo around that time of year. Who else? Cold ass Baltimore potentially. Even though they beat Baltimore, but now we talking about temperature. We talking about climate.
And Baltimore. Remember what the last time you did to them too. You know they'll be fresh on their mind. You're right about that. Now, if you want to break it down like who did the division, Mo, you're right. Miami need to win them motherfucker more. That'll help them out a whole lot. But Buffalo want to win the division, so they ain't gonna sit Josh Allen down. And they got in the center, they'll sit him down. On your list, we really got 8 teams at the same. Mm-hmm. 8 out of 10. Probably not in the same spot, but 8 out of 10.
Let me ask you this: what you think about Seattle?
They all right. But I think if you put it on Geno Smith, you lose. And that's what you got to do. Put it on Geno Smith, and you lose. I really feel that.
I don't think they necessarily have to. I mean, they run the ball pretty well. Now Tampa jumped on their necks.
I think You think they better than the 49ers? Even though I think they probably the 49ers nicked up, but by the time playoff time come, or I say by what is it, week 11. By week 14, because the 49ers got these folk coming back.
Mm-hmm.
By week 14, if the 49ers fully healthy, you think Seattle better than them? And that's a easy game now.
Well, they put the shit. They popped them in the head. What 27-3?
Yeah.
A few weeks ago.
Earlier in the week.
Yeah, at home.
The same 49er team that lost to the Atlanta Falcons, they're playing with a backup front folk on Bosa wasn't playing and all these kind of folk weren't playing. Yeah, you're right. But you think this Seattle team can match up with this McCaffrey and their defense when they come back?
Seattle.
At what time they gonna play? They come back. They coming back. He got an ACL injury. He coming back.
Oh,
but
Jason Verrett.
Both are already back.
It's so hard to say, man. I think with defensively, I think Seattle will have issues with San Francisco, just off the youth alone. Now Seattle them two rookie corners, Kobe Bryant and Tariq Woolen.
They supposed to be there.
Them boys playing physical, hard, and tough. They ain't playing like no rookies. But if we look at Seattle offensively, and this is why I got Seattle where I got them. I think Seattle's better than the Jets. I think Seattle's better than Dallas. I think Seattle's better than the Giants. Well, they beat the Giants. And I'll struggle with Baltimore, whatever, but as far as just keeping it strictly to those bottom four teams, Seattle teams gonna catch hell with Seattle. Like certain teams gonna catch hell with Seattle because you're gonna have to score points. If you can't stop Seattle, they too balanced. Running the ball, throwing the ball. Geno and the thing is this, they got so much speed that they have a tendency to just fall in love with downfield. But as long as that team can run the football, Geno dealing the way he dealing, Geno not out there turning the ball over. He playing good, solid, consistent football. He actually distributing the ball to his playmakers, Metcalf, Lockett, those other guys.
He fought with Lockett hard.
Yeah, and if you look at the defense ain't all that great statistically, numbers wise, as far as yards, but I think they second in the league in turnovers forced right now. Yeah, they're taking the ball away. I know they leading the league in forced fumbles.
Yeah, they doing the same thing that the Cowboy defense was doing last year. Was they called turnovers?
Yeah, I mean if you're gonna give up a bunch of yards, you need to at least take the ball away from time to time.
Yeah, sometimes slow that shit down.
Yeah, so I think teams. That's why I said a couple of weeks ago when the Giants played Seattle.
I had Seattle win that game.
I had Seattle winning big, and they won big.
Because Geno Smith better than Daniel Jones.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the Giants' eventual downfall. I think. Like you're gonna have to eventually.
Most definitely, you write that down in concrete. You know that,
dude. Whether it's the Giants, the Titans, eventually your quarterback is gonna have to do something.
It's gonna be out of downfall.
You can't just hide them you can only hide your quarterback for so long.
To a certain extent. So you're right about that. You can't hide them to a certain extent. They got to come out their closet eventually, and we got to see what the hell he's doing. So you're right. You're exactly right about that. But it was 8 out of 10 different. I mean, you got 8 teams. We got 8 of the same team. My bad. 8 of the same team. 2 on different. Jets at 10. Down the Cowboys at 9. Giants at 8. You say you got your Seattle Seahawks at 7. 3 teams that's under them. You feel like the Seahawks better than them. The Giants, they beat the Giants. They ain't played the Cowboys yet. And the Jets, they ain't played the Jets. I don't think they'll play the Jets or whatever. But you feel like they better than them. That's a solid top 10. Like I said, we got about the same thing. We just 2 on them different.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a crazy season, man.
Yeah, it really call it seesaw. That's what you really call it. You can call it seesaw.
I mean, once I got past Kansas City, Kansas City, Philly, and Minnesota, I started drawing a blank, man. Me myself the same way. I really started just. I looked at the last team you played. I looked at. I'm saying, how you looking right now? So saying, really, I started looking at how you looking right now. Like you said, if the top 3 teams, we got the same: Kansas City, Philadelphia, Minnesota. I got the Miami Dolphins coming in 4. Mm-hmm.
Well, you got Buffalo at. I'm saying the reason why I got Miami coming in 4. I'm gonna say really 2 reasons. One reason because Miami, they lost 2 games.
Yep.
Well, Miami lost with 2 games.
7-2.
Yeah, they 7-2. They lost. To be truthful, they lost them 2 games because 2 ain't played. Them folk probably be undefeated. 2 will play. They
Oh,
ain't lost a game since he been
Cincinnati.
back. They ain't lost a game since he been back. No, I take that back. I ain't gonna say that wrong. My bad. Excuse me. They ain't lost a game. 2 of them started this year. No, damn game. If he done played the whole game, they done won. So I think Miami real dangerous. And they scare a lot of motherfuckers. Or scare every defense coordinator in the league. So I got them at really at 4. So the 49ers, they went on. The 49ers, they was on the list last. They was on the list last week, but they was at 4. They just played the LA Chargers this week. I believe the Miami game was more impressive to me than the 49ers beating the Chargers. The Chargers had now one of their wide receivers. They gave up 7 points. They didn't cover that. In San Francisco. They took them down a notch to me compared to the Miami Dolphins. Last week Miami Dolphins was at 6. So this week I got to move them up to 4 because I like the impressive win they had this week. Baltimore at 6. Jets at 7. I think I had the Jets last week at my 10. They move up 3 spots. The reason why I moved the Jets up 3 spots because the 3-4 that's under them is Buffalo, Dallas, and Tennessee. Like I said, the Jets beat Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? And with home with this whole elbow surgery, with the elbow problem shit, and the way the Jets front 4 play ball, you gotta get that shit together, Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Them folk, they can beat you again if home got their elbow still fucked up. Their front 4 gonna touch you. So they gonna get in. And I don't see it getting no better as the season going on. It got to be rest. You got to rest that shit for it to get better. And you playing every week, folk hitting you every week. Everybody know that shit hurt, but they finna start targeting that shit. Like they got a bye week. Now they play Cleveland. You don't think Garrett them ain't finna try to hit that nigga on? Everybody gonna be hitting at him. So I believe they're gonna hurt Buffalo in the long run. What you
They whole plan is they gonna just maximize him out for this season and then get surgery as soon as the season over with, and then dude end up not being able to play until week 4 next season.
They what they banking on. They got to be their
But
mind.
for him, I talked to somebody the other day about this, man. I don't like the fact that Buffalo leaked it out that he could play with it, but it's up to him. He could play with the pain, but it's up to him. Nobody leaked that out but the organization. So it's basically like y'all leaked that out to cover y'all ass. So in case he don't play, it's okay. Well, you know what? We wanted him. He could have played, but he didn't.
Yeah, he had to play, but he wanted to go out there. So
man, homie got his career to worry about. Yeah. Once I start hearing the word nerves, that's why I step back.
When I see that man out there shake his hand, when he grabbed his elbow and shook his hand, that let me know somebody like a funny bone. You know, when you hit your funny bone, that shit get the tingling and shit.
Yes, they said it's a nerve issue.
Yeah, I'm saying, it affected his nerve, and they said it got them where it's at. It hurts you. You got to throw the ball hard. He throw the ball real hard, so that hurts it a whole lot. So when the ball out, I don't see them. They're gonna beat somebody. Don't get me wrong. They're gonna beat some people. But right now, I think they got some problem because of him. Like they next week, I expect them to beat Cleveland, but they got to play Miami again. They got to play the Jets again. So I'm saying they got to play. I don't know. I really don't know their whole schedule. But they gonna. It ain't like they finna play the Raiders and goddamn some folks that ain't got that going on. They gonna play. They got to play a couple more people. So I believe.
Well, that's why we've been kind of questioning Buffalo for almost 2 years now, like how they built. Because I think the thorough teams, when they lose they star quarterback or they star quarterback get hurt, they can sit him down for a game or two. If Mahomes gets nicked up right now with an issue, they can afford to sit Mahomes down for 2 games, let Andy Reid coach them to a couple wins. They run the football. They're going to generate a run game while he's out.
Yeah, they can figure that.
When you a team that's just so quarterback centric with everything about your offense and your team, now you stuck in a situation where you got to keep driving this Mercedes out despite the fact that you might wreck it.
Yeah, despite the fact it need oil change.
Yeah, it need an oil change. The brakes ain't good on it.
Yeah, you need to get it serviced. It need to be serviced.
Yeah, no, I'll worry about that next week.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
when you get through it and got that make it in there, we like shit. It went too good
I'm just saying
last week. It's still pretty good.
Buffalo looking desperate. I don't like it. It seems like a desperate move to me. It seems like a move that a team that's not really considering their future.
Yeah, I think I think that's how they don't believe in back and
Listen,
forth. We
if
already know.
you was built right and you had the right stable of running backs, you could run the ball for the next 3 games and go 2-1.
And be satisfied with that. But they don't have. They know they ain't got that. They running back in their quarterback when they ball down to it. Like I said, I got Buffalo at 8. So they fed. They was 9 last week. I let them move. Only why they moved up a spot from 9 to 8 because I got my Cowboys at 9. They were 3 last week.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little high little hopes on last week. They were shaking it, but how they just let their game get away against the Green Bay Packers with the same coaching shit that gets on my fucking nerves. Offense coordinator gets on my fucking nerves. I had to break them down to 9 because at the end of the day, I believe that the same thing that just happened Sunday gonna bite me in the ass again. They're like, we still can't start the run. They got a Cowboy. We still can't start the run, and our coach don't like to run the fucking football. Our offense coordinator don't like to run the football. So I got them at 9 in my top 10. At the number 10 team, last week it was the Jets. This week I think it's the first time the team been in my top 10 all year. They're the Tennessee Titans. Like we said earlier about Tennessee when they playing Green Bay. I like Tennessee. They physical. You know what I'm saying? They 6-3. I think they're gonna win their division all out. Straight up, nobody gonna give them a chance. I mean, nobody gonna give them no kind of competition in the division. And they got an identity. When it boiled down to the same way you saying about Seattle, you know what I'm saying, I think Tennessee run game, coach, and scheme is better than the run game, coach, and scheme of the Seattle Seahawks. That's why I got them instead of the Seattle Seahawks in my top 10. I got Tennessee and the 49ers. On Tennessee over Seattle, you got Seattle. You got the Giants. I got the 49ers. When it boiled down to it, I believe the Giants can beat. I believe the 49ers can beat the Giants.
Yeah.
I don't believe you can hide goddamn Daniel Jones against the 49ers. I don't believe you can hide Daniel Jones against the Tennessee Titans, even though I think the Giants beat Tennessee early. Was it this year?
Week 1.
First game of the year.
Yep.
I believe they see them again. I believe Tennessee will beat them.
That'll be in the Super Bowl. We don't want to see that.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to see that now.
I think. I'm saying I just think Tennessee. I think, and same about Seattle. I think Seattle can't. I don't think Seattle better than Tennessee. I don't think Seattle better than the 49ers. So them the two teams that we got different. Giants, Seattle. You got Giants, Seattle. I got 49, Tennessee. It really don't make me a difference about the order they be in, like 1, 2, 3, whatever. Because like you said, when you get paid like 3, then it just, hey man, who just been doing what you think about they playing their week or how they schedule is, shit like that. So it really just my thing be the top 10 teams, the 10 team period. Now it don't look right me having Tennessee at number 1. But after like you say, after like 3, it did it just got trying to break that shit all the way down. Because it's a good argument for Seattle Seahawks and it's a good argument for the New York Giants. The New York Giants got them 7-2. So and the 49ers, they got that 5-4. So but I believe it's bigger than just the numbers. I believe it's bigger than that.
Definitely.
But that's my top 10. So we got 2 different, 8 out of 10, the same. I ain't mad with that. That sound about right.
I don't know, man. The Jets. What just scares me about the Jets is, all right, so they lost Brees Hall a few weeks ago to the ACL injury. Zach Wilson is still kind of learning on the job. You do got Flacco.
He's silent.
Now,
would you take Flacco over Daniel Jones?
Oh man. Oh, that's hard to say. Because what Daniel Jones does really well, Joe can't do at all.
That's the only thing he got that whole
and what Joe
take our running. Right.
but what Joe can do, I
Like,
think. Hold on, I'm gonna take this. I think I'm still. This is just me as a Lion fan, being on the outside looking in at the New York Giants. I seen Daniel Jones make a lot of mistakes over the last 3 years, but I still never seen him with the best. We ain't never seen him with a decent wide receiver core. I mean, a couple years ago, he had a connection with Slayton, I think. But then that disappeared. You traded Kadarius Toney.
He fucked with Shepard a little bit.
Yeah, but Shepard can't never stay healthy.
He stayed in the doctor's office.
Never. You gave Galladay all that money. Galladay is he's nothing over there for them right now.
He just played last week. Just come off knee injury. He played. I mean,
that's why I'm like, everybody say Daniel Jones stinks and this and that. Like, do he really stink, or have we just seen him doing the best he can with what they've given him? He finally got a healthy Saquon, right?
Yeah, they help him out a whole lot.
It helps him out a lot. I mean, I just see Daniel Jones getting a good rhythm, throw a nice, clean football, get the ball downfield, distribute the ball. We done seen some good Daniel Jones. We done seen some goofy Daniel Jones too.
You done seen more goofy than you seen.
We done seen some bad Daniel Jones too.
You done seen more goofy than you done seen good though.
But it's obvious that what's going on in New York is coaching. It's coaching.
Right now, that's why they sell me too.
They don't make mistakes. They don't beat themselves. They run the ball well. They play solid defense, and they make adjustments. I can count about at least 4 or 5 games this season where they went to that second half after losing in the first half.
And he made adjustments.
Fix some things, shut some things down, got the win.
Yeah, that ain't
That's
nothing
coaching.
That ain't nothing but the coaching. That ain't nothing but the coaching.
But you know what I find funny though? It could work in the NFC, man. I mean, the NFC ain't as strong as the AFC. So if we get past Philly and we get past Minnesota right now, you can make the argument any of them other little 5 to 6 win teams, 5 to win teams could beat each other.
You're 100% right about that. But I don't know why. And I really don't like. I'm saying I think their quarterback is gonna be the reason why they ain't gonna go where they need to go. But they real dangerous though. The 49ers dangerous, man. They ain't even my team. You know that block team. They ain't even my team, but they folk dangerous. They got a scheme that they stick to. They got an identity. Yeah. I like McCaffrey. I like the hell out of McCaffrey. I like McCaffrey. If he can get to know how to go to the doctor's office and stay out there, they're gonna help them out a whole lot. And they got an identity. So then they got like I don't really think Philadelphia can beat them. I don't think Philadelphia can beat a healthy 49 team. In the playoffs, I don't think they can beat a healthy 49 team.
Yeah, that's the thing. They got to be healthy. Frisco need Debo to be healthy too.
Yes.
That's the identity right there.
They got to be, but see, I don't know if this Philly talking or just how it looked to me. But like I just said, I don't think Philly can beat the 49ers. I don't think really Philly better than the Cowboys. But I know the Cowboys got a lot of, but I know the Cowboys flaw. The Cowboys flaw is got them stopping the run and got them these bad ass coaching calls from got them kill them up. But I know playing the 49ers or the Philadelphia Eagles, the players gonna come to play just because we playing them.
Yeah.
Listen, especially when the next time the Cowboys play Philadelphia, I expect the Cowboys to win that game. Just on last time we played them, we got Dak Prescott this time, and the defense done seen what they do. So that was our first time seeing how they run the ball and shit like that. This time we should, and they really don't like to run the ball when they boil down to it. Philadelphia, like last night to get watch the Redskins, the other night to get to watch the Redskins. Man, I mean, watch the Commander, my bad. I think Philadelphia ran the ball 10 times the whole game.
Well, I mean, that's kind of outside of, that's really outside of what they really wanted to do, at least what they set out to do before the season started, until they realized, okay, AJ Brown really is a man-child out there.
But if they run the ball, they start feeling like he a man-child when they start playing Pittsburgh, when they played Pittsburgh. How he got them had that big old gang at Pittsburgh. But when they ball down to it ain't AJ. I ain't gonna say it wasn't AJ Brown. Them cornerback barbecue chicken. He can't do it. You're not gonna do that on everybody. That's how you just allowed to Washington. You thought Washington cornerback with barbecue chicken? No. No folks ain't barbecue chicken. The defense ain't barbecue chicken, period. So if Philadelphia come out there and run the football, they shaking. But I don't think they want to do that. I think they want to show out a new car. So saying the AJ Brown, like you said, the new guy there, the big Bentley they got. They want to get to show it out, make Jalen Hurts throw the shit out there, and they're gonna hurt them. I'll be there to hurt them. I'll be alone there to hurt them. The same thing about my Cowboys. They gonna want Dak Prescott to be the save and make Dak Prescott look all good. Kellen Moore think he the one throwing the ball because he used to be a quarterback back in the day. They got that shit gonna kill it. That shit gonna kill you. But San Francisco, you're gonna beat San Francisco because you better than them. They're not gonna go away from what they do.
I'm gonna say this.
That's why I say they dangerous. They dangerous.
I think Sirianni and Philly have shown over the past couple seasons, though, they will run the ball down your throats. If you soft as hell, they'll punch you in the stomach. Like we saw them, they'll run for 200 on you if you let them. So like it's certain teams that they'll do it. It's kind of like I thought, like if you take the old school New Orleans Saints with Breeze and Peyton and all them, when they had even prior to Alvin Kamara, you can go back to when they had was it Deuce McAllister and when they had Reggie Bush and all them dudes.
22.
People thought, oh, Sean Payton just want to throw the ball all day. No, New Orleans would run the ball on your ass too.
On 13, they would.
Yes, on certain teams they would.
But when in the playoffs, when that's what you got to do, like I say this every time me and you talk, everybody can't throw that motherfucker 45 times, bro.
Oh no, I think Philly know what's up. Philly know that between the tackles, they probably the best running the ball team in the league. If you're talking about just running the ball straight between the tackles.
Yeah, they got to stick to that. If they stick to that, they'll be all right. But if they got them on Jalen Hurts to throw the ball all the time, 45 times, 35 times, yeah, they're gonna die. They're gonna die. I wish I could have talked to you about that before we let these folks go. I wish I could have talked to you about that Carolina Atlanta game, boy. Atlanta and Carolina lamb that Thursday night game. I called that shit all the way out. I swear I called that shit all the way out. Them niggas talking about. I said, but Mariota can't throw the ball over 30 times. If you throw the ball over 30 times, they're gonna lose. He dropped back 35 times. Got set 5 times. I'm like, but they can't do it. And exactly what happened. And I always think about when I always say certain quarterback, it's certain numbers quarterbacks they can't throw. Like 35, 40 times certain people. Boy, you can't do that, boy. They're gonna die, boy. You're gonna die.
I'm gonna say this, man, about them Falcons. This offseason, you're going to find out what Arthur Smith really about. Because it pains me because it happened here in Detroit with us. Whether it's a GM that do it or it's a head coach that do it. And I understand when you switch teams, you become the new head coach of a team, the new GM of a team. You start bringing in people you're comfortable with. He brought Mariota over because he was comfortable with him.
He tried to turn the Falcons to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah. So it makes me wonder, like, do you think... Does he just have Mariota here in Atlanta?
That's it, boy.
For what? But hold on. But does he believe? Because you like if in a situation here in Detroit, I think Brad Holmes believes Jared Goff can really win. He can win with him.
Listen, bro. They call me said, did you see that game? You seen the Carolina Atlanta game, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call out one play. The one play I'm gonna call out, let you know, do he believe in him or not? You seen the butt pass, right? Mm-hmm. You see him, he's spitting around and threw the ball, right? You seen that, right? If you the coach of a team, after he come out the game, would you set his ass down and let him watch the game with you? Or sit his ass out there like, okay, boy, come on, you still got it. What you would have did?
That's
you sit his ass down. You see how long you sit his ass down, bro.
But
he ain't gonna play football.
That's his man's though.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that mean he fuck up. That mean he believe in it. But if you got them going by what you just saw, when you see him through that butt pad, the first question you ask, why? Why did you throw that, bro? You done checked out. You ain't gonna play. We bring you to play week. So you ain't gonna play. So that's that comment.
It's something about these teams, man. They draft these players. Whether you the GM, because Brad Holmes didn't particularly draft Jared Goff himself, but he had to say so in it. I think a lot of times these GMs, these coaches, they draft these players, they still be in love with the player they scouted. and they still think, well, Tennessee couldn't do it, but I'm gonna do it with them.
They not believing what they seeing.
He just people just get too comfortable with people they comfortable with.
Yeah.
And I think that's a huge problem.
That's true. That's 100% true. You 100% right about that.
And you see this dude in practice every single day. You thinking he good enough, but all of us on the outside, even though people a lot of times these locker rooms, these organizations, they feel like we don't know a damn thing. But everybody in the rest of the world on the outside can see that this man has proven over the past 5 years, 6 years that he's not that guy.
So like at first when they first, I'm gonna say this real quick before we let these folks go. At first, when they first got Mariota, I was like, oh, he's just a bridge. He just a bridge for Cam Ridley to get
Same thing I said.
David Riddle, I'm sorry, not David Riddle. I think he's just a bridge for that. But after that butt pass, I just seen that man throw. That spin move, I just seen him throw. When you don't set that man down right there, even though you gonna let him start next week, it's cool to get the Bears. I ain't got no problem with it. When you don't set that man down, we ain't talking about Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. We ain't talking about
Marcus Mariota.
This is what we talking about. The same way we talking about your boy Baker Mayfield and shit like that. We talk about Mariota. When you don't sit him down right there and let him watch the game from that point on, because I think it was about the middle of the fourth it wasn't that long to go. The game about over with. When you don't sit him down then, they let me know that they tell me one or two things. Damon Riddle ain't ready, or you really think Mariota gonna do something. You don't fuck Damon Riddle. You stand down with your dog. You should stand down with my folk.
Something's up. Maybe he's just trying to implement a certain type of offense for Mariota because, like, watching the Falcons play this entire season so far, how many games you think you're gonna win with that type of passing game? I'm not even gonna call it a passing game. I'm gonna call it an attempted passing game.
I'm gonna tell you
Kyle Pitts is non-existent. You spent the 5th overall pick.
It ain't Kyle Pitts' fault though.
It's not. But y'all spent not y'all, but the organization. Y'all spent the 5th overall pick on the tight end.
It was number 4.
4. Y'all spent the 4th overall pick on this dude. I heard somebody bringing up Atlanta potentially trading him in the offseason.
I ain't trying to be funny. Ain't no telling what Atlanta might do. They'll do some dumb shit like that. And then the boy goes away and hook up with a real quarterback and go all the way off. I say that all the time. I'm like,
man, listen, if he was here in our offense, we'd be force feeding that boy.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a quarterback who can really throw the ball. I ain't saying Jared Goff the butt naked, but he better than Mariota. But this the only reason why Mariota ain't lost. I believe the reason why Mariota ain't lost his job yet. 2 reasons. Because he psyched out by the coach love him to deal. That's his boy. And they beat the 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. If they would have lost both of them games, I believe Mariota would have been set down.
Yeah,
like
the Browns ain't shit either, honestly.
I feel you on that, but with they were the Falcons. The Falcons 4-6. So they won a game in front of Tampa Bay. 1 game in front of them now because Tampa Bay won. I'm expecting the Falcons if they lose in their game against Chicago in Atlanta. I'm always surprised that don't happen. We should be seeing the boy on the rookie quarterback should be coming in. If he don't come in by then, after they do, because they're not finna kid Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay be up 2 games on then, I believe they do to Chicago.
Honestly, man, I don't know what y'all can really expect long term offensively from Atlanta with Arthur Smith. Just think about what that Tennessee Titans offense looked under him all those years.
It was Derrick Henry, the same thing it is now.
Yeah.
And they don't have a Derrick Henry. But
wasn't he there also when they had Chris Johnson?
The only way I can answer that question is if you know if Mariota played with Chris Johnson, because I know he coached Mariota his rookie year.
That he may have been.
If Mariota played with Chris Johnson, yeah. But I'm saying I really can't remember. But they hot garbage. I ain't got to see it pop the flavor. They hot garbage. They hot garbage. It is what it is. They hot garbage.
I just found it crazy, man. Like, I just found the Arthur Smith hiring, and we know it was some backdoor politics involved in him getting that job too. Had to be, because the hiring just didn't make sense. In this day and age in the NFL, you hire a running game head coach.
That That's what they do.
That's what you did.
That was in they. He gave him a good pitch. He gave him a damn good pitch, and they fell for it. And then when it boiled down to it, we done had these folks for about an hour, man. And then these folks know how to get in touch so we can get them up out of here.
For sure, man. You can catch me on Instagram, WS_4Mayor. That's WS_4 Mayor, MAYOR. You can also catch me on YouTube talking at Detroit Lions Talk at Detroit Lions Avenue. That's Detroit Lions Avenue.
Hey, man, y'all know what's going on this end, man. It's your boy Moore Drive. I represent Know That Sport to the Fullest. On our podcast platform, Know That Sport Thursday Night Football Edition, man. I appreciate your walk, man. All the time. I fuck with folks who fuck with me. Y'all stay tuned. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Shaking it.